The Spanish television landscape is in mourning following the sudden and heartbreaking death of Jimmy Shaw. The charismatic American actor, best known for his role as Matthew in the long-running comedy series Avecina, Shaw passed away. On October 11, 2025, at the age of 59, succumbing to pancreatic cancer after a valiant battle that captured the hearts of his colleagues and fans alike. His agency confirmed the news to media outlets, revealing that despite a recent fundraising campaign led by his co-star Cristina Costaco to cover the costs of a life-saving surgery in Lisbon, Shaw's condition deteriorated rapidly. The actor's passing has left a profound void in the entertainment community, where he was celebrated not just for his on-screen presence, but for his infectious energy, kindness, and unwavering dedication to his craft. As tributes flood in from fellow actors, directors, and admirers, we remember a man who crossed oceans to find his artistic home in Spain, leaving behind a legacy of memorable characters and genuine friendships. Jimmy Shaw was born in Boston, Massachusetts, in 1966, to a family with deep ties to California's creative scene. His mother hailed from the Golden State, and summers spent in Los Angeles exposed him to the vibrancy of Hollywood from a young age. Though details of his early life remain somewhat private, Shaw often spoke fondly of those formative years, crediting them with igniting his passion for performance. He pursued acting in the United States, making his mark in the competitive world of American television during the 1990s and early 2000s. His breakout came with guest spots on iconic shows like Beverly Hills 90210, where he appeared in the early seasons as a charming guest character, and Will and Grace, showcasing his natural comedic timing and ability to steal scenes with a single line or expressive glance. These roles established him as a reliable supporting player, blending sharp wit with an everyman appeal that resonated with audiences. Shaw's career took a bold turn in the early 2000s when, at over 30 years old, he decided to uproot his life and move to Spain. What was meant to be a 3-month stint to improve his Spanish and explore new opportunities evolved into a permanent relocation. "I came for the language and stayed for the soul," Shaw once said in an interview, reflecting on how Madrid's vibrant theater scene and welcoming creative community captivated him. He immersed himself in local productions, taking classes and auditioning relentlessly. His fluency in Spanish, achieved through dedicated study and immersion, opened doors that might have remained closed to an American newcomer. By 2012, Shaw had landed his first major Spanish TV role in Aguila Roja, a historical adventure series where he played a recurring character, marking his debut in the country's booming fiction landscape. It was in 2015 that Shaw truly became a household name in Spain, joining the cast of Avecina, the beloved sitcom created by Alberto and Laura Caballero. As Matthew, the quirky American expat and husband to Mate Figueroa's character, Shaw brought a fresh, fish-out-of-water energy to the ensemble. The role required him to navigate the show's signature blend of farce, social satire, and rapid-fire dialogue, often delivering lines with impeccable comic timing and a disarming charm. Matthew's character, naive, yet endearing, always one step behind the scheming residents of Mirador de Montepinar, allowed Shaw to showcase his versatility. From slapstick physical comedy to heartfelt moments of vulnerability, fans adored his chemistry with co-stars like Cristina Costaco, who played his on-screen Citrinla, and Nacho Guerrero's, whose Antonio Recchio became a perfect foil for Matthew's bewildered optimism. Shaw's tenure on Avecina spanned several seasons, making him a fan favorite and earning him widespread recognition. The series, a spin-off of the equally successful Aquí no hay quien viva, has been a cultural phenomenon in Spain, running for over a decade with millions of viewers per episode. Shaw's portrayal of Matthew injected a layer of international flavor, poking fun at cultural clashes while highlighting universal themes of family and friendship. Off-set, he formed deep bonds with the cast and crew. Costaco, in particular, became a close friend, often sharing stories of their late-night script readings and impromptu jam sessions. Jimmy was the heart of the set. Costaco recalled in a recent tribute, his laugh could light up the darkest days. Beyond Avecina, Shaw's Spanish career flourished. He appeared in a string of hit series, demonstrating his range across genres. In Cuentam Como Pasó, the long-running family drama chronicling Spain's transition to democracy. Shaw played a recurring American journalist, adding an outsider's perspective to the historical narrative. His episode in El Ministerio del Tiempo, the innovative time travel adventure, showcased his dramatic chops as a character pulled from the past into modern intrigue. Shaw also lent his talents to Velvet, the glamorous period drama about a fashion house, where he portrayed a suave international buyer, and 30 Monadas, Elix de la Iglesia's horror thriller series, in which he tackled a more sinister role. Earlier works like El Tiempo, Entre Castiras, and La Fortuna, directed by Alejandro Amenabar, further solidified his status as a go-to actor for English-speaking parts in Spanish productions. With over 50 credits in Spain alone, Shaw's adaptability effortlessly between comedy, drama, and thriller earned him respect from directors and peers alike. Shaw's personal life was as colorful as his characters. Openly gay, he found love and stability in Spain, marrying his husband and building a family that became his greatest source of joy. He spoke warmly of his partner in interviews, crediting him with providing the emotional anchor that allowed Shaw to pour so much into his work. Shaw was also a committed teacher, offering acting workshops in Madrid and Barcelona, where he mentored young talents on the nuances of bilingual performance and emotional authenticity. Acting is about vulnerability, he often told students. It's stripping away the layers to connect with someone on the other side of the screen. His commitment extended to charity. He volunteered with LGBTQ+ organizations and supported cancer research. Ironically unaware of his own diagnosis until 2022, the news of Shaw's illness emerged in late September 2025, when Costaco took to social media with a desperate plea for help. Diagnosed with pancreatic cancer 3 years prior, Shaw had undergone successful treatment in Barcelona, but the disease returned aggressively, affecting a vital artery and requiring a specialized surgery in Lisbon capable of performing it. The procedure cost 100,000 euros, not covered by insurance or public health. Costaco's post went viral, mobilizing the La Avecina cast, including Nacho Guerreros and Pablo Chiapella, and raising over 80,000 euros in days. Jimmy is family, Costaco wrote. He's fought so hard. We need to fight for him now. Tragically, time ran out. The surgery couldn't be scheduled in time, and Shaw passed shortly after. Tributes have been overwhelming. Costaco shared a carousel of photos, writing, i.e. Jimmy, you left too soon, but your light will never fade. Thank you for the laughs, the hugs, the life lessons. Director Laura Caballero posted, Jimmy, you'll always be pure energy, the most beautiful reminder of what it means to live fully. Rest in peace, dear friend. The Shaw lives on in our smiles. Nacho Guerreros and Juana Acosta echoed the sentiment, with Guerreros calling him a brother in arms. The La Avecina team plans a special episode dedication, and fans have flooded social media with clips of Matthew's antics, using #Gracias Jimmy Shaw to celebrate his impact. Jimmy Shaw's death, at 59, is a stark reminder of life's fragility, especially for an artist at the peak of his second act in Spain. From Boston streets to Madrid spotlights, he embodied resilience and joy, turning challenges into characters that brought laughter and light. His legacy endures in the roles he cherished and the lives he touched. As Caballero said, the Shaw must continue, and it will, carried in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. Rest in peace, Jimmy. Your performance was unforgettable.